Good morning and welcome to an Aloha Friday. So, hopefully, one of many as we move into spring. Definitely starting to warm up outside and really enjoying that. Um, quick update on the district status. On Monday, the plan is for all schools to move to all back instruction. So moving back to stage one. Um, that is the plan for now. And I know some have shared some anxiety as far as returning to all students back. But I just want to reassure everyone that the reason why we're doing that is that the numbers have come down significantly across the county and across the district. And we're going to continue all the safety measures that we have here at school. And it is a very safe environment here. So the biggest thing we can do as a community is to make sure we're continuing to wear our masks, as that is what the science is telling us as far as the main way this virus is transmitted. And so we're going to maintain social distance as best we can in schools, but the mask is really the key to preventing that spread. And interesting to note, we're getting a lot of data back on some of the NWEA testing we've done over the years. And what I find kind of interesting is I know there's been some chatter on social media about kids falling behind and all that kind of thing. And I just wanted to share that what our data is showing is actually not the case, that our students have shown increased growth in, as far as learning across the board. And then in our math, kids are actually ahead of this year as opposed to where they were last year. So, our data that we are seeing is not that kids are falling behind. Kids, most of our students are right where they should be, and some are even ahead. Now, that's not to say that there aren't groups of students who are behind, as there are always kids who are kind of fluctuate within the school year. I just wanted to kind of share what I consider to be some real key things to take away from where we're at right now with blended. I think that the blended learning system that we've done has required students to do more independent work and has required students to do more reading and things like that, reading of nonfiction. And what we are seeing is that for the majority of our students, that has actually increased their test scores. So, not that test scores are a measure of learning and that kind of thing, but it's just that whole falling behind kind of myth that I see out there on social media that we are not seeing here at Middle School North with my students. So happy to share that. As far as where we're heading next week with curriculum and things, next 9 weeks, so Wednesday is going to be the end of the third 9 weeks. So as you can remember, that means that all assignments are going to close in Canvas on Wednesday at midnight. So if there are any missing assignments or assignments that a student might want to redo for a better grade, that needs to happen before Wednesday night. And so all those assignments are going to close Wednesday night. And we really encourage students to get those kinds of things turned in. This would be a good weekend, again, to check in skyward, look for any missing assignments, and get those turned into Canvas. As always, I update grades every single morning and oftentimes throughout the day. So if there if you have any question, the first thing to go, I would say, would be go into Skyward. That should be updated from that morning. Sometimes kids will turn things in during Connect and so on, and I try to get those, during my prep. But definitely things are updated in the morning. As the day progresses, things kind of, like, my ability to update things kind of goes down, as clearly I'll have students in the classroom and we do a lot of hands-on kind of stuff. So, if they turn it in later in the day, it might not be till the following morning that gets updated. So just be aware of that. In science next week, I am planning on having the notebook quiz on Tuesday. So this would be a good weekend to get everything updated in their science notebook, because remember, they can use their science notebook on the notebook quiz. I do plan on doing that in class with everybody on Monday, and we're even going to take a little practice quiz on Monday before the actual quiz on Tuesday. And then later in the week, we're going to start moving into reproduction. Yeah, good time. In honors, we're finishing up mitosis right now and going to be moving into meiosis next week. For them, I probably won't get to the notebook quiz until that week right before spring break, because I just have some more work to do. So next week for them, meiosis, we might start review towards the end of that week. But I'll, of course, update Plan Book as we move through that. Just be aware of that. So again, caregivers, parents, grandparents, I really appreciate everything that you guys do at home. I'm really hoping now that, we're getting back to all in person. It'll make my planning significantly easier, and hopefully taking some of the load off of you guys as well. Just, happy to be returning to all in person. So thank you again so much for all you do. If you have any questions, just contact me and let me know.